You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown. I have a special guest today, and this young lady is a person that's been working with thousands of people, helping them to discover their talents, abilities, and skills. Her name is Norma Hollis, and she does a special program called Awareness. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Les. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm blessed just to be in your presence. You know, the author and speaker Darren Benzie said that most of us live a misplaced life, a misplaced life. And the reason that he emphasizes that is that most people are not aware of who they really are. And so as you listen to our conversation and explore why is it that Norma Hollis has decided to use this as a platform to make this something that people begin to tap into awareness about who they really are so that they can live their authentic life. So I want to ask you, when did you decide this is something that everybody needs to be in tune to?
Well, I didn't really make the decision of that until a few years ago. It all started, though, when I was 28 years old. Because when I was 28, I realized I had done everything my parents had said do. They told me to get a good education, marry somebody with a good job. We had a beautiful house, we had cars, all of that. And I was miserable. And I didn't understand why.
Yes.
And I didn't know what to do with myself for the rest of my life.
You know, I just read something the other day that our parents prepare us for a world that no longer exists
That
by the
no longer
time
exists.
we become adults. Okay.
Well, I also realized my parents didn't even vote as black people until they were in their 40s.
That's
So,
true.
of course, their view and their vision of what's possible for a young black woman was very narrow. So, I had to go on my own journey and my quest to figure out who am I so I know what to do with my life.
Yes.
I didn't know it was going to take 30 years.
Yes. And so it's a process.
It is clearly a process.
What are some of the things that you have heard people say who've been exposed to your lectures, to your training, and what that experience has done for them?
Well, I tell you what it's done for me is give me great gratitude. The last one I did, I was with the San Diego County talking to one of their departments, 1,200 people, and I had so many thank yous. Excellent, you opened my eyes, you changed my life. My whole world has evolved because of what you just shared in only 45 minutes. And I was just so gratified. This was recent, and before then, before I knew what I was doing, doing it, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I still got great comments. I have one lady who came to me after she had retired. She had a job as a sales manager for a beer company, and when she retired, she didn't know what to do with herself because she had no family, she had no husband, and she came to me, and I coached her. She attended my program, and then she decided to start a nonprofit. She started a nonprofit in Phoenix, bringing farmer fresh food to senior citizens complexes. And now she's feeding senior citizens throughout the entire city of Phoenix.
Wow.
Just by finding her authenticity, her authentic
Yes.
voice, what her passion is, and how to put it in the world. And so just those things. Another girl within my program decided that she didn't want to be obese anymore. And what I teach people is to tweak one thing in your life. I help them find the one thing to tweak to change their life. So she decided to tweak in my dimensions of net wellness. And she decided in January 1st, she began to weigh her food. For example, she would eat 7 almonds, not 8, not 11, but 7. And in 11 months, she had released over 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yes, and then we put her on My Black is Beautiful. They did a makeover. She went to Paris to speak the next April, and then got married the year after.
Oh, come on now. All right. Listen, as you're listening, and if you're just joining us, this is Norma Hollis, who's been helping people to transform their lives, discover their voice, and begin to create a new chapter for themselves. And we're talking about her program, Awareness, and it's a program I highly recommend because we've all had experiences where we say, wow, I can't believe that I'm doing this. And this is something where you can begin to be more intentional about your life and tapping into the unlimited power in you to do more, have more, to experience more. What are some of the other testimonies that you've experienced or heard that really touched you?
Well, there's also Eddie. I'll mention Eddie from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Eddie was a very southern young man, and he was a chef in a nursing home. And he loved to cook, but he didn't like his job. He had more skills than what they were allowing him to do. So, I have these weekly calls with the people that I'm training. On one of the calls, Eddie tells us, my house burned down. He said, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Eddie? He says, well, I put some oil on the stove to fry some chicken, and I sat down, and when I woke up, my kitchen was on fire. So we said, well, I think someone's telling you to get out the kitchen, Eddie. Get out the kitchen.
Yes.
So Eddie now, he left the job, and he now is doing network marketing, highly successful. I am so proud of him. He used to be embarrassed because each time he would speak, he would cry. And he said, I'm a man. I shouldn't be crying.
Yes.
Now he doesn't care about it one way or another.
Right.
He's doing absolutely wonderful. He became more aware of who he was, what his gifts were. He stepped into being his authentic self, and then he changed his life. And that's really all it takes. Just tweak one little thing.
Yeah. Mary White said in life, when you don't have enough courage or insight to know that you have outgrown a situation, like Eddie, life will move on you. Don't wait till your kitchen burns down to decide to live the authentic life that you were chosen to live, because I believe everybody was created on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. So how do people get in touch with you if they're interested in your program and they want to find out more?
Well, one thing you can do is go to my online assessment, which is a complimentary assessment. It's at authenticityassessment.com. Or they can send me an email, coaching@normahollis.com.
That's much easier for me.
Hollis.
Okay. So, spell your last name.
Hollis, Hollis.
And Norma.
Norma.
And they will become aware of the program, everything that's involved. Listen, if you're ready to go to that next level and become aware of talents, abilities, and skills is lying dormant in you, waiting for you to reach them, waiting for you to release, as Elizabeth Browning would say, the imprisoned splendor. Tell them again the website.
Authenticityassessment.com. And I want to mention one other thing, LS.
Yes.
And that's that I am in the process of certifying people all across the United States and actually internationally to deliver this program as a speaker, facilitator, or as a coach. So if you're a speaker, facilitator, either in process or wannabe, and you're looking for an angle or a content or some way to enhance the work you're doing, be in touch. I'm going to tell you about my programs and how you can be a facilitator and help change the world with me.
All right. Well, listen, if you're ready to have a life of significance and make a greater impact and to have a career that allows you to create wealth, I encourage you to get in touch with Norma Hollis. She will help you to become aware of the talents, abilities, and skills in you that you can call forth and become, as Mother Teresa would say, a pencil in the hand of God and start writing a new chapter in your life. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's our story. We're sticking to it.